Hey, what's up? So a lot of people have seen my Spuhr RDF-20225K mount on Instagram and YouTube. I purchased it from Europe. This is a genuine item, real steel, made by Spuhr, as you can tell here from the printing. This is made for T2 footprint style optic. I have a Romeo 4T red dot sight replica on it, and this is a genuine aim point magnifier, three times magnifier. So also here, as you can see, these are some boxes from the Chinese AliExpress Taobao. This is made by Holy Warrior, and on this side, this is made by the Evolution Gear. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people know these two brands, and they have also made a replica for this RDF-20225K mount. So I'm just gonna do a quick unboxing and comparison. For the Holy Warrior replica, I then purchased the exact same mount. In fact, they actually have invented or redesigned a new mount for like a new design for this mount. This is, instead of using a 30mm magnifier mount, you can use a EOTech G33 on it. So first off, I'm just gonna unbox the Evolution Gear. I do have the genuine boxes, the boxes, like the packaging box for the genuine RDF-225K. I wouldn't say it looks completely similar or identical, but well, that's just the packaging. So these are the screws, a hex screwdriver, this is the mount for the 30mm magnifier, and then this will be the mount for the T2 footprint style optic. So first off, I didn't get these for free. I purchased it for with my own money. So let me do a quick comparison. As you can tell here, the finishing is definitely different. You can see there's kind of like a little pattern on the real steel. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you can see it yourself. And on the Evolution Gear, there's just a plain finishing with no patterns. All right, let's compare the markings on the mounts. I would say they definitely did a good job on it. Looks pretty identical. Even 5 Venom, the 45 in/pounds. Yeah, actually this little thing here, I'm not sure if you've noticed, this little thingy here, the marking here, that's actually quite off comparing to the real steel. Actually, all 3 dots are pretty off. These 3 dots. So if you are into buying a genuine RDF 20225K, make sure you try to notice the dots over here. Okay, let's flip to the other side. Again, the markings are similar to identical. However, I do notice the size of the markings on the Evolution Gear is actually slightly smaller comparing to the real steel. It also has a more matte finishing comparing to the more glossy finishing on the real steel. And let's take a look at the magnifier, 30mm magnifier mount. Again, more of a matte finishing comparing to the real steel. The screws are pretty much identical. Let's look at the CCLM markings here. It's actually a little bit smaller, but if I'm not mistaken. All right, just let me take off the magnifier mount on the ReSteel. So the markings are the correct markings compared to the ReSteel, and let's see if I can put the magnifier mount in with no problem. Oh, actually it's a lot smoother than the ReSteel. The click is pretty tactile, and there's no wobble at all. That is pretty well done. Well done. All right, and now let's move to this extension, the Picatinny extension. Oh, there's a lot of dust on it. I'm not sure why. So I didn't purchase the ReSteel for this version, for this rail right here, the rail segment. It's not available yet, I guess. So there's no comparison on this, but let me see how it's gonna look. Okay, this is how it's gonna look. And there's also some screws, and you can just screw it from the back. All right, that looks pretty decent. Now let me put this on the ReSteel and see if that would work as well, and it works. Just a little bit of wobble. Let me see if it's gonna still wobble on the replica. Actually, there's no wobble on the replica. Very firm. So there's it's slightly wobbling on the ReSteel. All right, let me even try to put the screws on and see if I can secure it. Oh, it's pretty secured. So it actually works. The replica, the Evolution Gear replica rail segment does work on the ReSteel. So let me take this off first, and we're gonna move on to the Holy Warriors. All right, so this is the packaging for the Holy Warriors RDF-225K. It doesn't say anything RDF-225K. It's not on the packaging. In fact, it says SKUACS 090. This is probably their own serial number for Holy Warriors, but you can actually kind of see the RDF-20225K label underneath the Holy Warrior label. So let me just unbox it. Oh, made in China. It's kind of similar. The packaging is kind of similar with the same sticker on it, with the pretty much the same box. Actually, let me take a look at the box. Oh, the serial number is actually identical. Apparently, there's a lot of beef between Holy Warriors and Evolution Gear in the Chinese community. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that. So just FYI. It also comes with screws, screwdrivers, hex screws actually. So this is the Holy Warriors RDF-225K. Again, we're going to take a look at the markings. The Spuhr logo on the Holy Warriors replica is actually a lot bigger. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. You can see the logo is actually pretty much touching the line over here. Also says patent pending. The markings on the Holy Warriors is actually pretty, I wouldn't say it's totally off, but it's a lot bigger as well compared to ReSteel. Let me take a look at the Evolution Gear one as well. Yeah, Evolution Gear actually does have a better marking on the mount. All right, let's take a look at the dot that I just mentioned. The dot actually they were actually placed on the right place, I would say. Yeah, comparing to the Evolution Gear one. All right. So again, the finishing on the mount is kind of similar, more glossy comparing to the Evolution Gear one. It's similar to the Real Steel. It also doesn't have that pattern, like a little pattern that the Real Steel has. All right, let's flip to the other side. The engraving on the Real Steel is actually a lot deeper comparing to the Holy Warriors. It's not as clear as the Real Steel, but well, for the price that you're paying, you wouldn't expect too much, honestly. So it also says height 2.25 inch, 57 millimeter, push to open, RDF-225, and then for the bottom, it also says VWBJ, same as the Evolution Gear one. All right, just let us try to take off this mount for the G33. Oh. Oh, it doesn't actually come with any screws for the G33. Let me take mine real quick. So the G33 that I'm using right now, it's from Evolution Gear actually. They were kind of like an older version of the G33. So yeah, the screws on the G33 from Evolution Gear is actually not going to sit flush onto the Holy Warrior mount, but I'm not surprised by that. All right, let's put this into the RDF-225. All right, very solid. Click is very tactile as well, same as the Real Steel and Evolution Gear. Even has a Spuhr logo on it. All right, however, it does not say RDF-20225. Obviously, it's not the same model, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, Spuhr doesn't have a G33 version, but they just want to redesign. I mean, Holy Warriors just want to redesign one for G33, which I believe a lot of players, Airsoft players in China, actually prefer the G33 instead of the magnifier, aim point, 3 times magnifier. All right, so this is how it looks. Also come with a recoil lug or T2 footprint optic. All right, so let me take it says RDF 延长导轨. All right, so it's just the Chinese translation of extension Picatinny segment. All right, so this is how it looks. And this is how the Evolution Gear one looks. Pretty identical. Let me put this on and mount, and there's a little bit of wobbling, but not too much. Let me try to put it onto the Real Steel. Same as the Evolution Gear Picatinny segment. There's a lot of wobbling. Well, not a lot, sorry. Pardon my language. Not really that much, but it should be. You should be able to tighten it with a screw that is included as well. So it's secured pretty tightly, no wobble after screwing on the screw from the back. So do you like the G33 version, or do you like the magnifier version, 30mm? Let me know. So if you are a long time subscriber, or you do want one, I'm probably gonna give away one of these. Of course, not the real, so one of the Evolution Gear or the Holy Warriors replica. So if you do want one, probably comment on my video saying which one do you prefer and the reason why you want to get this from me. So there you go. Peace. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the RDF-225M, which is the rear steel magnifier mount right here. It actually fits on the Holy Warrior RDF-225, which is this, and it also fits onto the Evolution Gear RDF-225 replica as well. So if you already got the rear seal version of the RDF-225K, you might as well, and if you do not want to get a rear steel magnifier mount, you can just purchase a replica and it will work just fine. However, I'm not sure whether it can sustain the real steel, like real firearm recoil and stuff, so don't quote me on that. All right, bye.